Hey, fellow gamers! It is Cozy Mel, and I am here with another PALIA video for you. This is number 4 in our group of walkthrough, first steps, whatever you want to call it, videos. In the last one, we actually got through quite a few of the first steps and met quite a few of the NPCs, and we have several tools that we can use on our bar now. We have started our garden and watered it, and we're waiting for it to grow. And we also have our bow and our fishing pole that we got in the mail from our hunting instructor and our fishing instructor. And we also got a recipe from Reth for how to make a campfire. So if we want to go explore the world, it'd be great to have some focus. And as I said in all my videos, focus is not required. It's just nice to have. You won't fall down dead when you run out of focus. You just use it to actually get more experience with everything you do. It can be 50% more experience, just depending on how much you donate renown, at the statues, and we'll go through that in another video. But I'm telling you, it's worth it. So hopefully you walked around on the land that you have here and you picked the mushrooms. There should be 8 or 9 of them. And once you have picked these morel mushrooms, it takes 3 of them to make one mushroom, grilled mushroom meal. So instead of just getting 5 focus from one mushroom, we'll get 50 focus from 3 by grilling them over the fire. So this is your first recipe and your first cooking job. You will have to cook quite a few mushrooms to get to level 2 in cooking. And then you will get more recipes from Reth, your cooking teacher at that time. But the first thing you'll have to do is cook mushrooms and eat grilled mushrooms for a little bit. But once we have cooked a few grilled mushrooms, we'll go out in the world of Kilima and we'll take a little walk and see who we run into while we look for, say, mushrooms. And the first guy is Hassian. Hassian is our hunting instructor, and he sent us a bow and some arrows in the mail and a recipe for arrows. That all came from Hassian. He will be our instructor, so every time we go up a level, we will come back and talk to him again. He lives in Bahari Bay. He does not live in Kilima, but he comes to Kilima every single day. In the morning, he stands, kind of in the middle of a field near the village. And in the afternoon, you will see him at the Kilima Inn at the bar talking to his mom. That is Sifu. So anyway, he is going to tell us that he's the instructor. He's also told us if we want to give him a gift, he could use some flint or, whatever it was he wanted. I'm not reading these for you. I want you to read the dialogue because you'll learn so much about each NPC, and it's really important to get to know them. They don't stand in one place and tell you to go pick up 20 gallons of milk and bring it back like they do in so many games. They actually have lives, and they have past loves who broke up with them and broke their heart in Hassian's case, which makes him very grumpy, but he's got a good heart on the inside. So it's worth it to get to know him. And that's where your bow came from. And if you push the I key, it'll bring up your entire list of everything that you have. So this is kind of your roadmap for what you've been doing. And at the top, you can click on the heart and you can go down and look at all of the villagers, the NPCs, and you can see how you are doing as far as meeting them and getting to know them. The purple in the bar will go across. It'll fill up from left to right as you get to know each of these NPCs. So we just spoke with Hassian, so now we have a tiny bit of purple. And as we speak to him, and you can talk to him once per day, Palian days are 1 hour, so once per hour. So if you play for 5 hours, you could talk to Hassian 5 times, and you'd have maybe an inch in the bar. So yeah, you can really get your experience up with each character rather quickly. if you decide you want to do that. But you can also look at all of the other characters, and you can see some of them are romanceable and some are not. So the ones that are romanceable, when you get to level 3 in the hand clasping friendship symbol that you see, you will then be able to give them a gift of candy. And if they accept it, which they will, then you can flirt with them and start another bar filling up. And that's the love bar or the romance bar. Not every character is romanceable, but the ones that are romanceable will have a locked bar at the bottom of the page, and you will be able to unlock that, like I said, when you get to level 3 in friendship. Another thing you can look at here is news. So anytime there's news from Singularity 6, your developers, it'll be there. And they had a gift for us for joining PALIA, but we don't want to pick it up right now because we don't want it to take up space in our bag. We're going to fill our bag up way too fast as it is. But we'll go ahead and continue east toward the Whispering Hills. Over in the eastern part, you might find a mushroom over here or a garlic. We found a garlic, so we'll go ahead and pick that. That will be used in later recipes. So if we have room for it in our bag right now, we can take it back home and put it in our storage chest and save it for future recipes or sell it. It might be worth 15 gold or so. You can sell it at Zeki's store in his cash register if you need money immediately, or you can put it in the big orange box on your plot, and that gets picked up at 6 a.m. and 6 p.m., and your money is dropped off when everything is picked up. So that's up to you about the garlic. You will need it in the future, but if you'd rather have money right now, go ahead and sell it. You do you. It's totally up to you. Over here in the Whispering Hills to the east, what I wanted to show you is that you can come over here and take a walk. And as you're walking, you'll see a lot of different things, like places where you can go fishing, special little fishing holes that have those circles on the water. That's where you can get a higher quality fish. So it sells for a little more. A regular fish might be 15 gold and a high quality might be 20 of the same fish. So you'll see where the fishing holes are, and you'll see trees you can cut down in order to get wood. You will see some places where you can go mining and get copper ore, rocks, and flint. And all of these are things that you will need. As I said before in another video, it takes rocks to make a fire outside. And some people like to have 3 or 4 or 5 fires outside so that they can cook really quickly once they have a bunch of ingredients. Now I pushed R and the circle came up, and you can pick out your bow and arrow. You can pick out a fishing pole. I picked up the bug bomb just for an example by hovering over it so that you could see how that works. So now if I would happen to see a bug that I want to stun and catch, like I just have, I could do that. You throw this bug bomb at the bug. So you're just aiming and throwing, and that's a left click. And you have stunned this bug. So you have knocked him out of his head. He's gone a little wacky, and that gives you a chance to pick him up and put him in your bag and take him home. Bugs are worth money as well, maybe 10, 15, 20 gold a piece, depending on the bug. Some of them are worth over 100 gold if they're rare. And so you can catch bugs and sell them. You can also use them as gifts to certain NPCs, and there's certain other times in the game where certain bugs will be asked for by various people. So that's how you catch a bug. This is a fishing hole where you might be able to catch a star quality fish. So you push R, you'll see your roll around, get out your fishing pole, and then you want to hold down your left button so that you can cast your fishing pole. And you'll see the blue circle move out over the water until it gets to the special circle and then let go. You can fish anywhere in this pond. You don't have to fish in the special circle. But the special circle is where you're hoping to get a star quality fish, which will be worth a little bit more. Once they are on your hook, you need to push your mouse button to hold them, catch them on your hook, and then move the mouse back and forth to keep the parentheses surrounding the fish until you reel it in. And that's how the fishing works. And it sounds weird, but you'll get used to it. And like I said, anywhere that the water is deep enough to drown you, deep enough to go over your head, you can't walk through it, that's usually a place you can fish. It won't always have a special fishing hole. But there are other areas where there's a little wooden fish sign, and that's also to let you know that it's deep enough to fish there. But you'll find lots of places to fish throughout the world. Now for hunting. Okay, at first your bow and arrow are not very good, and the arrow drops. So you want to aim the bow a little bit high because the arrow will drop. Now that deer got scared away. I don't know exactly what scared him. I don't think we did, but that's okay. It happens. There's lots of players running around and different things, and so sometimes your prey will get scared and run off. You have to hit a deer twice when you're using this lowest quality bow and arrow. So it won't die until it has been hit twice. These are called sernaks in the game. They look like a deer, but they are called sernak. And they will run away after you hit them the first time, but they don't go real far. And you can hit 2 or 3 deer if you want to, and they'll maybe all run kind of in the same direction. And then when you sneak up on them the next time, there might be 2 or 3 deer that you've already hit once. And so then you can give them a second shot and turn them into a bag of bones. Well, it'll be a bag that has, an antler or a deer hide or some deer meat or more than one of those things in the bag. So you go over and push F, pick up the bag, and on the right side of your screen, it'll tell you what you got, and those things will go in your backpack. And those are all things that are needed in the game and used for various recipes and things, or you can sell them in the sales bin at your home or at Zeki's store. Now, this happens to be mud or clay. Clay is another thing that you gather to bring home because once you have a kiln, you will be making clay bricks. Clay bricks are important in a lot of crafting as far as furniture crafting. So if you love to make all kinds of light fixtures and bases and furniture and whatnot, you will need quite a few mud bricks when the time comes. So when I see some, I usually will go ahead and get my pickaxe out and pick it. It counts as mining, and it increases your experience in mining. Now, the red said my bag was full, and that's true. All of the spots, 16 spots in my bag, are full. However, when it comes to, say, a bug, you can have 30 of the same bug in one spot, but that means you have to only get that same bug. If you get a different bug, it's not going to go in your bag because you don't have any open spots left. So it's that way with anything. Say it's a iron ore and you have 1 iron ore in your bag and that your bag is full, you could still get 29 more iron ore and 30 of them would be in one spot. Okay, so then we're going to head back home. We're going to go ahead and end this video. And in the next video, we will continue learning more about PALIA, but hopefully you can practice fishing and hunting and gathering. And I will be so glad if you like and subscribe and ring that bell. It'll be so great to have you help me out. I'm just getting going in my business doing this, so that would be great. And I will see you in the next one.